Good day, RGV. Today on Valley por Vida, we've got so much lined up. We've got a very special guest in studio today to tell us all about how she's working with women across the state of Texas to bring smiles to those in need through music. We've also got an all-new Reels ratings and reviews segment for must-see flicks that you've got to watch, plus fun facts about running marathons. So if you're an avid runner, then you'll definitely want to stay tuned for this. There's a lot going on, so don't go anywhere. Valley por Vida starts right now. Hi there, and thanks again for joining us today. I'm your host, Danielle Banda. Now, I am really excited to introduce you to a very special studio guest today. She's a Latin recording artist originally from Elsa, Texas, and now residing in Weslaco. Now, she's actually decided to create a music collaboration to lift the depressed and oppressed, within which she began at the beginning of the pandemic. And now, get this, she's working with so many beautiful musicians in the process. So without further ado, here is Geneva. Thank you so much.
It is an honor to be here with you, and thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to talk about Tejanas Unidas en Cristo.
We had to have you here, you guys, and she also brought us a little gift. Look at this. This is all of the bright minds behind this. Yes. So first of all, tell us what you guys are all about, how this got started. Kind of paint the picture.
You know, Tejanas Unidas en Cristo came about 2 years ago. I was in a very dark time in my life where, you know, I felt I had no purpose, where I felt, you know, that I just wanted a sign that, you know, I was meant to do something great here, you know, and, you know, thank God I was able to, you know, put this together, you know, unite 25 women of La Onda Tejana, not only, you know, icons of La Onda, but girls currently on radio and the future generation of Tejana music, you know, and being an artist growing up in a male-dominated genre, you know, it was always hard to get that push, you know, and so that's what I want to be, you know, and along with all these other women, be that stepping stone to inspire the next generation of Tejano music, you know, singers, especially females, because you know, we came together as one. There has never been a collaboration of this size, much less in La Onda Tejana. And so we just want to inspire them to go out and seek their dreams. And that's what we're here for, you know, to be that, you know, that little helping hand that they need to, you know, just become something great in La Onda Tejana.
I love that so much. And what's really cool, you guys, is that they've been recognized in so many ways. So kind of tell us a little bit about that.
We were recently recognized by the governor of Texas and the House of Representatives. So that's something great because, you know, hardly, you know, anyone is, you know, recognized, you know, and in a level like this. And, you know, it just shows that we're appreciated for thinking of doing something for humanity, because a lot of people with the pandemic have lost loved ones, you know, and feel because, you know, they've in the music industry, some of them do it full time. So when you lose, you know, work because of pandemic, you know, you find a lot of people depressed and oppressed. And so we wanted to uplift people from not only Texas, but from all over the world. And we asked them to go to our YouTube channel, check out the music video. They're seeing, you know, you know, it's just something so beautiful. And I just asked the community to support by, you know, looking for our music on digital platforms, sharing it with their loved ones. You know, if they feel that they have somebody that they want to, you know, uplift their spirits, they just need to send them aquí estás, and hopefully, you know, it'll radiate that, I believe.
Oh, it definitely will, no doubt. And you know what's really cool is you're not only using your faith, but you're using, you know, just your camaraderie, everyone together. And music in general brings people together, right? So I mean, tell me about that. How you guys really, it's passionate, it's deep within you.
You know, this took almost a year to create, and we also have a documentary in the works. It's going to be a 6-episode series where we're going to feature all the girls. We all have a story. We all have things we've overcome, and that's what it's about, for them to get to know us on a deeper level. And we just want to continue to inspire, you know, women and men, you know, in general, just to seek their dreams and not give up.
Yes. Oh my goodness. And you know, that's kind of a common theme. Like you said, the pandemic kind of, we all got a little bit more down, and it was a difficult time, but we're slowly getting back up there. And I think with togetherness and, you know, the music, I mean, we're all together, right? So it's a really cool feeling also because you get to represent all of Texas and females in general. So tell me about that, how it feels to positively, you know, represent really quickly, just everybody.
Well, on this particular project, there's 13 women from the Rio Grande Valley. So that's amazing. We have girls that we're launching. We've started to go to schools and inspire kids to seek a career in music. And, it's just to show, like you say, camaraderie, and just stand united as one and represent the Rio Grande Valley. And we're excited to do that. You are doing amazing things. You guys, they are all doing amazing things. So thank you for being here. And you guys have got to be sure to check out their official music video and other fun music videos on YouTube, of course, to lend support for their cause. And speaking of good entertainment, we are super excited now to talk all about the latest movies hitting the big screen and your devices in today's Reels Ratings and Reviews segment.
What is your deal, man? Maybe just take the crazy down one notch. No! You're just a demon. You're just a demon.
I am pretty much a sucker for any movie in which man's best friend is one of its stars. In the case of the film called Dog, it also stars Magic Mike star Channing Tatum, who returns to the big screen after taking a few years off of movie making. In it, he plays an Army Ranger who has been assigned to drive a dog across the country to the funeral of another Army Ranger. Lulu is a beautiful Belgian Malinois who, in this movie, is an out-of-control canine who attacks everyone, destroys everything, never stops barking, not exactly the best company for a long road trip. But the basic plot line aside here, the charm of this movie is watching the man and the dog warming up to each other, sort of like watching a 10-year-old boy with a cantankerous, playful pooch. The scenes here are not corny nor maudlin. They're fun and heartwarming and easy to enjoy. I also sort of admired that for much of the movie, Channing Tatum is on the screen without any other humans to work off of. It's just this self-deprecating movie star boy and his dog. It's a perfect film for the family, especially if you love our four-legged friends. I give it a Dean's List B+. It's in theaters only.
Hey, kid. A little young for a bartender, aren't you?
A little old for prom, aren't you?
Also new this week is Spider-Man star Tom Holland, along with two-time Oscar nominee Mark Wahlberg in Uncharted. Based on the PlayStation game of the same name, it's an action-adventure about a young wheeler dealer who is recruited by a seasoned treasure hunter to recover a fortune that was lost 500 years ago by Ferdinand Magellan. What starts off as a recovery heist turns into a race to reach the prize before someone who believes he is the rightful heir does first. It's a by-the-book action movie that stays within its own lane, but on the plus side, one that benefits greatly from a smart script and also the two leading actors that demonstrate some flawless odd couple chemistry. It's an above-average offering, especially during these winter movie doldrum times. I give it a Dean's List C+. It's only in theaters.
I'm telling you, these films will have you running to the theater for your seat up front. And speaking of running, we've got some interesting fun facts about the history of the marathons in today's Fun Facts segment. All right, so according to sundried.com, runners used to drink champagne as an energy drink. And even though it sounds kind of crazy today, it was thought that the alcohol was performance enhancing. The site also says that the tradition actually dates back to the Victorian times and way back to ancient Greece and China. We may know now that alcohol is a diuretic and can cause adverse effects, of course, like dehydration, but that of course can work against you when you're doing a race. But back then, they only worked with what they knew. And apparently the world record for running a half marathon backwards is 1 hour and 40 minutes. That's right, running a marathon in general sounds like a challenge, but running backward? Wow. The site also says that a German resident set this record back in 2009 in Germany, of course, and that is quite a talent. And get this, the site also says that Oprah Winfrey actually ran a marathon in 4 hours and 29 minutes. It was back in 1994 over in Washington, D.C., and it was in honor of the Marine Corps. It says that she was able to lose 70 pounds through her training for this, and I'm sure she was very proud to run for a cause as well. And the site says that you can run a marathon in the desert, at the North Pole, or even around Mount Everest. There are a lot of types of extreme marathons, some with mud, some going for 24 hours and longer, some going from city to city. I mean, there are just so many types out there, and of course, for different causes. And lastly, the site says that the winner of the 1904 Olympic Marathon completed most of the course in a car. Apparently, the third edition of the modern Olympic Games took place in St. Louis, Missouri, and this was the first time that it had ever taken place outside of Europe, with only 12 countries participating. Well, with that in your head, it's now time to take a commercial break, and then we've got to look at your local weather updates. But be sure to stay tuned because Valley por Vida is going to be right back. We'll also be speaking with a student from Harlingen who's doing big things in school prior to graduation. Plus, we've got insurance tips for you and your family to keep in mind. That info and so much more when we return.